what I really think it's about is it's about who controls the financial system. And the crypto movement is all about a user-controlled financial system, and that just isn't what the older generation of Democratic leaders believe in. They believe in a more government-focused system that can be more easily surveilled, more easily controlled, that can direct people, toward the things that, the leadership believes is good for them.
You have to separate blockchain, which is real, DeFi, which is real, ledgers, tokens that do something and deliver information, money, ideas, simplify, smart contracts. That's one thing.
The talks about crypto regulations are getting more serious. There's a lot of activity on Capitol Hill, and Washington is abuzz with agencies fighting to take the lead in defining what regulations this emerging market needs. Senator John Hickenlooper of the Democratic Party is speaking out and accusing the SEC of being too slow with the process. In coming months, we should see some policies that would define the future of cryptocurrencies, not only in the US, but globally. Welcome to Wealth Supremacy, the one and only channel you should be subscribed to if you want to know the latest on the crypto market and US economy. So subscribe now and turn on the notification bell. Let's go over to Kevin O'Leary and get his insight on what happened with cryptocurrency regulations.
So let me qualify my statements on this because I'm an investor in JP Morgan as well. I have a lot of respect for him. He may be one of the most successful banking managers in the history of that sector. However, that was an uninformed statement. And it was not helpful at a time when we're trying to drive regulation through two different bills on the Hill right now. I, along with many other private investors, have been spending a lot of time in Washington on this. Essentially what Jamie said there, he was talking his book. This is my interpretation. He feels threatened by some of this technology, particularly around payment systems, because banks make money transferring assets. It's a cost of friction in the system. And one of the only reasons that I invested in Circle, and I'm an investor in Circle, I'm supporting their initiative, and I'm a big believer in what stablecoins can do, is it's time to get rid of that friction. And it's not important that banks be protected so that they can make fees from that friction. When you transfer the US dollar into the Swiss franc to buy Nestle on the Zurich exchange, these banks add zero value. There's no value created in ACH transfer fees. If we could use a stablecoin that was regulated and approved by both sides of that transaction, it would be more transparent, it would be much faster, it would definitely be more productive, but above all, I would save millions of dollars. And so would everybody else. I can't wait till we can do that, because that kind of innovation should be supported, and it is. And that's why we're all here. This isn't about, speculation on asset price. This is about reducing the fees of how the world's economies work. More transparent, more productive, completely auditable, regulated, but less expensive. So does Jamie Dimon feel threatened? You're damn right he does. That's a big part of how he makes money. Too bad.
The cryptocurrency ecosphere is still reeling from the statement of Jamie Dimon, CEO JP Morgan. At a testimony before the House Financial Services Committee, he defined cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin as decentralized Ponzi schemes. According to him, the crypto space is a tale of two cities. There's the technology, which is good and beneficial, and then there's the cryptocurrency, which is questionable. Dimon, who is a known critic of Bitcoin, which he had on another occasion called a fraud, is oddly a supporter of decentralized, DeFi, and blockchain-run ledgers and smart contracts. It is the cryptocurrencies he's against, because he does not agree they are currencies. He says he's in support of well-regulated stablecoins, though, as long as they are subject to the same regulations similar to that of money market funds. Interestingly, JP Morgan have their own cryptocurrency programs, despite the CEO's public stance. The bank launched its own token called the JPM coin in October 2020. This was actually the first cryptocurrency backed by a US bank. Kevin O'Leary says the JP Morgan boss is only trying to protect his banking business. He's criticizing cryptocurrencies because they can affect his business. According to Mr. O'Leary, one of the biggest benefits that would follow stablecoins regulation would be the ease at conducting trans-border transactions, which is currently too expensive and slow. The U.S. House Committee on Payments and Market Infrastructures, CPMI, are interested in what stablecoin can offer to ease and cut down international transactions. The CPMI wanted a risk assessment of using stablecoins on such a large scale. Everything is already in motion to establish set rules cryptocurrencies have to abide by. These rules would be set by the Financial Stability Board, FSB, and Bank for International Settlements, BIS. The goal is fast cross-border settlements of less than 1 hour and transaction charges that are under 1%. This goal is slated to be achieved by 2027. Next, Kevin O'Leary talks about institutional investments in the cryptocurrency market.
For all the excitement about stablecoins and Bitcoin and all the projects and Ethereum on down and Polygon and Miston and everything that's coming, the truth is that none of it is owned by institutions, zero. And so everybody likes to say, yeah, that's not, but sovereign wealth and pension that I service in the indexing business, and there's many people do what I do, we create indices so that they can invest capital. They are waiting for regulation before they index. And so if all that happened was sovereign wealth funds put 1% to 3% into maybe 6 different projects, it would definitely be some Bitcoin, there'd probably be some Ethereum in there, maybe some Polygon, maybe a little Solana, whatever they want to do and what indexers would do for them based on market capitalization. That's $1 trillion worth of demand. But none of it is going to happen until we get some policy. And the truth about this is, and I'm happy to just say it the way it is, there are countries that are advanced. There are places like Canada where they allow broker-dealers now attached to accounts, and Canadians can do that. They've got millions of accounts open now. The UAE, Switzerland, France. But the real money, the sovereign wealth capital, is never going to move against the SEC. Never going to happen. And the reason that occurs is that if you're a sovereign wealth fund or a country that's oil-rich perhaps, you're generating $250 million every 12 hours. The only place on earth you can put that is in the S&P. The only way you can do that is being compliant with the SEC rules. They are never going to make a move against the SEC in any way until these rules have been determined. So we are being kept out of institutional capital, and Bitcoin is not going to trade above $22,000 until we get policy.
The Bank of New York Mellon Corporation released a report in which the bank revealed that sovereign wealth funds, SWF, are interested in investing in tokenized assets as a hedge against inflation. This is not an isolated report. There have been official reports from various governments showing interest in getting actively involved in cryptocurrencies. The monetary sanctions from the international community had made Russia consider this option recently too. There are a wide range of why the SWF are looking into getting involved in the cryptocurrency market. Mr. O'Leary says just 1% of SWF investment in the crypto market could bring in an additional $1 trillion and cause an immediate spike in the total market capitalization. However, he noted that there are no institutional investments in the crypto market right now because there's no regulation yet. Do you think Bitcoin can break the $22,000 ceiling without institutional investments? Leave a comment below. Please like to help our content reach more viewers. Thanks for watching.